She had finally moved into her new apartment. It was small, cozy, and quiet. At least, she thought it would be. The first night, as she unpacked boxes, she noticed faint footsteps above her ceiling. Probably the neighbors, she muttered, trying to convince herself. But the footsteps didn't stop. Each night they grew louder, accompanied by whispers she couldn't understand. She called the landlord the next morning. "Who lives upstairs?" she asked. "No one," he said. "That apartment's been empty for years." Her heart skipped a beat. Empty? Then why the sounds? The nights became unbearable. Doors creaked, shadows flickered across her walls, and the whispers felt almost like they were calling her name. She started setting up cameras, recording her ceiling, but when she checked the footage, nothing appeared. The footsteps vanished whenever the camera was on. One night, curiosity overcame fear. She waited until the building was silent, then crept upstairs. The stairs groaned under her weight, echoing in the empty hallway. The door was slightly ajar. She reached out and pushed it slowly. Cold air hit her face, carrying a faint metallic scent. "Hello?" she whispered. Silence. She stepped inside. The room was empty, furniture covered in dusty sheets, cobwebs in the corners. She laughed nervously at herself. Just an old apartment, get a grip. Then she heard it, a soft laugh, like a child giggling from the far corner of the room. Her stomach dropped. The shadows seemed to twist in the dim light. A figure appeared, flickering like a reflection in broken glass. "Who's there?" she demanded, voice trembling. No answer, only the sound of footsteps circling her, though she saw no one. She backed towards the door. A whisper hissed in her ear. "Don't leave." She froze. The temperature dropped, her breath forming clouds in the air. The whispers grew louder, almost chanting. She turned on her flashlight. The beam landed on a small handprint appearing on the wall, fresh as if pressed moments ago. Suddenly, the door slammed shut. She tried to open it, but it wouldn't budge. The shadows on the walls began moving independently, twisting, reaching for her. She ran to the window. It was locked, unbreakable. A voice, soft but clear, whispered her name. "You shouldn't be here." Her heart raced. Every step she took, the floorboards above echoed in perfect sync, as if someone or something was following her every move. She remembered the landlord's words, empty for years. She tried to rationalize. Maybe it was a squatter? Maybe her mind was playing tricks. But then she saw it, a shadow in the corner, crouched low, staring. Two glowing eyes reflected in the flashlight's beam. She screamed and ran, but the apartment seemed to stretch endlessly. Hallways twisted unnaturally. Doors appeared where there were none. The whispers became words. "You'll never leave. You're ours." She collapsed, tears streaming, gasping for air. The shadow moved closer, gliding silently across the floor. She swung her flashlight, but it passed through, hitting nothing. A cold hand touched her shoulder. She spun around. No one was there, but the air felt heavy, suffocating. The whispers turned into laughter, echoing, mocking. The footsteps upstairs were now everywhere, surrounding her. Finally, the laughter stopped. Silence. She exhaled, thinking it was over. Then, from the ceiling above, a voice, deep and chilling, said, "You should have stayed in your apartment." The lights went out. The screen of her phone reflected one thing before dying, the shadow of a figure standing behind her, grinning.